You're watching Fightium, the home of pure combat talk, where real fight fans dive deeper into every punch, kick, and knockout moment that shakes the world of MMA. If you love this sport, hit that subscribe button and join the movement, because what we're about to discuss isn't just a fight. It's history in the making. It's not every day you hear about a UFC fight being confirmed inside the White House. That's exactly what Dana White did, and it's the kind of statement only Dana can pull off. In the words of insiders, Dana wanted this fight to represent more than just the UFC. It's a showcase of what human potential looks like when two apex predators meet. Jon Jones, arguably the greatest mixed martial artist of all time, facing Alex Pereira, the most violent and feared striker of this generation, a man who conquered two divisions in less than 2 years. Fans are calling it the fight that should never happen, because of the risks, the stakes, and the sheer violence it promises. The setting itself, the White House, is symbolic. Dana White has long had connections with political figures, but to confirm a fight of this magnitude there? That's a power move. The reasoning, visibility, prestige, and control. This isn't just another pay-per-view. This is the UFC saying, we're the biggest combat sport on the planet, and we're stepping into mainstream history. The symbolism runs deep. A champion of structure and dominance, Jon Jones, meeting the embodiment of raw power and chaos, Alex Pereira. In that moment, the sport of MMA transcends entertainment. It becomes global theater. Alex Pereira's rise in MMA is something out of legend, but it's not a story, it's reality. From kickboxing world champion to two-division UFC champion in record time, Pereira has made destruction look effortless. His precision, composure, and stoic demeanor have made him not just a champion, but a mythological figure. He's the first man in UFC history to hold both the light heavyweight and middleweight belts in under 2 years. He knocked out legends, avenged losses, and unified divisions, all with minimal MMA experience. And now, he's moving to face Jon Jones, a man who's been untouchable for over a decade. Pereira's confidence isn't arrogance, it's built on results. Every time he's doubted, he's delivered a highlight reel that rewrites the sport. Jon Jones doesn't just win fights, he dismantles legacies. He's the youngest champion in UFC history. He's faced killers, Cormier, Gustafsson, Machida, Rampage, and Gane, and made most of them look helpless. Even after years away, Jones returned to heavyweight and submitted Cyril Gane in the first round. Proving that greatness doesn't fade, it adapts. But there's something about this fight that even Jones fans are unsure of. Pereira isn't like anyone he's ever faced, not in size, not in power, not in mindset. For once, the aura of invincibility seems shared between two men. This isn't a champion versus challenger scenario. It's two titans clashing to decide who truly represents the pinnacle of combat. The main talking point, power versus control. Jon Jones operates on precision, distance, and IQ. He dissects his opponents like a chess master, controlling tempo and breaking rhythm. Pereira, however, doesn't play games. He forces his opponents to react to his timing, not the other way around. His left hook is one of the most feared weapons in MMA history, and when it lands, the fight ends instantly. If this fight takes place at heavyweight, as reports suggest, Pereira's power will reach its peak form, and Jones, while the more technical grappler, will have to absorb shots that could end the night in one mistake. Let's analyze this fight technically. Striking, Pereira dominates. His kickboxing background, distance control, and brutal counter timing make him deadly at range. Jones will have to close distance carefully. He can't just spam leg kicks or elbows like before. Grappling, Jones has the advantage. If he can get Pereira to the mat, it's game over. But getting him there won't be easy. Pereira's takedown defense has evolved fast, and his frame is massive. Cardio, Jones has proven his endurance over 5 rounds many times. Pereira has improved, but this will be a true test. Mentality, this is where it gets interesting. Pereira's mental discipline is unmatched. He doesn't blink under pressure. Jones, on the other hand, thrives in chaos. Both are cold killers, but one fights with spirit, the other with strategy. Dana White isn't just making fights, he's building moments. Pereira vs. Jones isn't just about belts, It's about eras colliding. It's about creating a fight that defines the word danger. Fans had been begging for Pereira vs. Adesanya 3, or Jones vs. Aspinall, but Dana went in another direction. He saw an opportunity to deliver the fight that unites old-school fans, kickboxing purists, and MMA purists all in one. And by confirming it at the White House, Dana stamped it as the most historic announcement in combat sports since McGregor vs. Mayweather. Social media went into meltdown. Champions, analysts, and former fighters reacted instantly. Daniel Cormier said, "This is wild. If Jon wins this, it's officially over. He's the GOAT forever." Israel Adesanya tweeted just one emoji, the eyes. Jamal Hill wrote, "Pereira is not just chasing glory, he's chasing immortality." Even boxing legends like Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua reportedly reacted to the news, recognizing that this fight represents something beyond sport. It's mythology manifesting in real life. This isn't about belts anymore. This is about legacy warfare. If Jon Jones wins, he cements himself as the greatest fighter to ever walk into a cage. No debate left. He would have conquered every generation, every threat, and every weight. If Pereira wins, he becomes the most dangerous combat athlete of the modern era, a man who started MMA late and beat the unbeatable. Either outcome reshapes MMA history forever. Jon Jones thrives on mind games. He intimidates opponents before the first punch is thrown. But Pereira is built differently. His silence is scarier than trash talk. When Pereira stares at you, it's not for show. It's spiritual warfare. That calm stare hides something primal. This fight might come down to who flinches first, not physically, but mentally. Pereira has been training with Glover Teixeira, a man who knows the grappling world inside out. Their bond is not just coach-fighter, it's warrior-mentor. Meanwhile, Jon Jones continues to sharpen his skills in Albuquerque and Las Vegas, fine-tuning wrestling and ground control with elite heavyweights. Both camps are silent but deadly. There's no trash talk, no distractions. Just pure, focused preparation. Dana confirming it at the White House adds a political edge to this event. It's not about politics, it's about status. The UFC is no longer just a sport, it's cultural dominance. And by bringing it to that level, Dana is declaring that combat sports belong among the biggest global institutions. The UFC is now part of mainstream history. And Pereira vs. Jones is its crown jewel. Experts are divided. Some say Jon Jones will drag Pereira into deep waters and finish him with grappling. Others believe Pereira's timing and knockout power will end it early. There's no easy answer. Both outcomes are logical, both terrifying. What makes this fight so perfect is that there is no clear favorite. Even Vegas oddsmakers are struggling to set a definitive line. If Jones wins, the GOAT talk ends permanently. If Pereira wins, he becomes the first man to dethrone two undisputed legends in two weight classes. He'll become an instant Hall of Famer and potentially the face of the UFC's next generation. This fight defines who will be remembered as the true king of the modern era. This isn't just a fight for the MMA community, it's a cultural statement. Alex Pereira represents a warrior spirit drawn from heritage and humility, a proud Brazilian fighter carrying the energy of his ancestors, embracing his indigenous roots, and channeling every ounce of that into his fights. Jon Jones, on the other hand, embodies the evolution of athletic dominance, a man molded by chaos, sharpened through controversy, yet still capable of unmatched mastery. When Dana White chose to announce this at the White House, it wasn't just about publicity. It was about validation. It signaled that mixed martial arts has evolved beyond niche status. The UFC has become global power, and its champions, like Pereira and Jones, are now international figures standing alongside the biggest athletes in the world. For the first time, a UFC fight carries political, cultural, and symbolic weight. It's being discussed by people outside of the sport, from sports analysts to government officials to casual viewers. Everyone understands that this isn't just about belts, it's about what happens when two apex humans collide on the biggest stage possible. Let's dive deeper into what makes this fight so technically fascinating. Jon Jones is a master of adaptation. He reads opponents like code, downloading their movements within minutes. His long reach, unpredictability, and calculated violence make him one of the hardest fighters to strategize against. But Pereira is a different puzzle. His striking is not reactive, it's predictive. He doesn't throw to find rhythm, he throws to end rhythm. When fighters try to measure distance, Pereira's left hook or counter kick interrupts it. His ability to control space with calm, sharp precision forces his opponent into uncomfortable positions. If Jones chooses to wrestle, he'll face a physically larger man with elite balance and frame strength. If he keeps it standing, he risks engaging in a range where Pereira thrives. It's a nightmare matchup for both men, one where every mistake could mean unconsciousness, and that's what makes it beautiful for fans. This isn't just two champions fighting, it's two philosophes.